Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you are fine and solving all the exercises which we have discussed in the previous session. So today in this session 3, I am going to explain you some basic operation with fraction. But before we proceed for session 3, let's revise session 2. In previous session 2, we have completed equivalent fraction, how to get equivalent fraction, simplest form of a fraction, the shortest way to get simple form, what is like fraction and unlike fraction, comparing like and unlike fractions, and why LCM is required. So in this session today, I am going to explain you basic operation with fraction. Basic operation means how to add and subtract fraction. So let's get started. In this session 3, we will study about basic operation of fraction like addition and subtraction of fraction, how to add and subtract like fraction, unlike fraction, mixed fraction, and in last short revision of this chapter. So student, let's start addition and subtraction of fraction. So far in our study, we have learned about natural numbers, whole numbers and then integers. In present chapters, we are learning about fractions, or different types of numbers. Whenever we come across new type of numbers, we want to know how to operate with them. In fraction, can we combine and add them? If so, then how? Can we take away some number from another? Can we subtract one from the other? And so on. We will also see how this helps us to deal with our daily life situation with daily life examples. So students, let's understand why addition and subtraction of fractions are important in our day-to-day life by this example. A tea stall owner consumes in her shop 2.5 liters of milk in the morning and 1.5 liters of milk in the evening. What is the total amount of milk she uses in the stall? Clearly, in these situations, require the fractions to be added. Some of these additions can be done orally and the sum can be found quite easy. Adding or subtracting like fractions. All fractions cannot be added orally. We need to know how they can be added in different situations and learn the procedure for it. We begin by looking at addition of like fractions. So students, let's understand it by some example. In this figure, we have two quarter parts of the figure shaded. This means we have two parts out of four shaded, or we can say 1 by 2 of the figure shaded. That is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 equal to 2 by 4, and the simplest form is 1 by 2. Now look at this figure. This means we have three parts are shaded out of 9, or 1 by 3. That is 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9, and the sum is 3 by 9, and the simplest form of 3 by 9 is 1 by 3. So student, what do we learn from the above examples? The sum of two or more like fractions can be obtained as follows. Step 1. Add the numerator. Step 2. Retain the common denominator. And step 3. Write the fraction as result of step 1 by result of step 2. So student, let's solve one more example. Let us add 3 by 5 and 1 by 5. In 3 by 5 and 1 by 5, we have same denominator, means like fraction. So, as per the first step, we will add the numerator. 3 plus 1, 4, and denominator 5 remains same. So, the answer is 4 by 5. So, student, I hope you clearly understand how to add like fraction. So, what will be the sum of 7 by 12 and 3 by 12? Solve this sum by your own. So student, let's understand now subtraction of fractions. Sharmila had 5 by 6 part of a cake. Out of this, she gave 2 by 6 part of that to her younger brother. So now, how much cake is left with her? A figure can explain the situation. Note that here the given fractions are like fractions. So we get that 5 by 6 minus 2 by 6 equal to 3 by 6. Is it not similar to the method of adding like fractions? So we can say that the difference of two like fractions can be obtained as follows. Step 1. Subtract the smaller numerator from the bigger numerator. Step 2. Retain the common denominator. Step 3. Write the fractions as result of step 1 by result of step 2. So student, I hope you all are clear with addition and subtraction of like fractions. Now we will start exercise 7.5. Write these fractions appropriately as addition or subtraction. Total number of parts in each rectangle has 5. Number of shaded parts in first rectangle is 1, or else we can say 1 by 5. Number of shaded parts in second rectangle 2, or else we can say 2 by 5. Number of shaded parts in third rectangle 3, or else we can say 3 by 5. So clearly we can say fractions represented by third rectangle equal to sum of the fractions represented by one rectangle and second rectangle. Hence 1 by 5 plus 2 by 5 equal to 3 by 5. So now student, let's go ahead with addition and subtraction of unlike fractions. We have learned to add and subtract like fraction. It is also not difficult to add or subtract fractions that do not have the same denominator. When we have to add or subtract fractions, we first find equivalent fractions with the same denominator and then proceed. So student, let's understand it by an example. What added to 1 by 5 gives 1 by 2. This means subtract 1 by 5 from 1 by 2 to get the required number. Since 1 by 5 and 1 by 2 are unlike fractions, in order to subtract them, we first find their equivalent fractions with the same denominator. These are 2 by 10 and 5 by 10 respectively. This is because 1 by 2 we multiply by 5 and the answer is 5 by 10. And 1 by 5 we multiply by 2, answer is 2 by 10. Therefore, 5 by 10 minus 2 by 10 is equal to 3 by 10. Here 10 is the least common multiple of 2 and 5. So student, let's understand it by some more example. Add 2 by 5 to 1 by 3. Here 2 by 5 and 1 by 3 are unlike fraction. So the LCM of 5 and 3 is 15. Therefore 2 by 5 we multiply by 3 and the answer is 6 by 15. And 1 by 3 we multiply by 5 and the answer is 5 by 15. So after adding 6 by 15 plus 5 by 15, answer is 11 by 15. Now student, how do we add or subtract mixed fractions? Mixed fraction can be written either as a whole part plus a proper fraction or entirely as an improper fraction. One way to add or subtract mixed fraction is to do the operation separately for the whole parts, and the other way is to write the mixed fraction as improper fraction and then directly add or subtract them. Now student, let's understand it by an example. Find 4 integer 2 by 5 minus 2 integer 1 by 5. The whole numbers are 4 and 2 and the fractional numbers are 2 by 5 and 1 by 5 can be subtracted separately. Here 4 is greater than 2 and 2 by 5 is greater than 1 by 5. So 4 minus 2 is 2 and 2 by 5 minus 1 by 5 is 1 by 5. So the answer is 2 integer 1 by 5. Now student, let's go ahead with exercise 7.6. Solve 2 by 3 plus 1 by 7. Here 2 by 3 and 1 by 7 are unlike fractions. So make the denominator equal by finding their LCM, and the LCM is 21. So 2 by 3 we multiply by 7 and the answer is 14 by 21, and 1 by 7 we multiply by 3 and the answer is 3 by 21. After adding 14 by 21 and 3 by 21, answer is 17 by 21. So student, in end of this session, let's revise the chapter. A fraction is a number representing a part of a whole. The whole may be a single object or a group of objects. When expressing a situation of counting parts to write a fraction, it must be ensured that all parts are equal. In 5 by 7, 5 is called the numerator and the 7 is called the denominator. Fraction can be shown on a number line. Every fraction has a point associated with it on the number line. In a proper fraction, the numerator is less than the denominator. The fractions where the numerator is greater than the denominator are called improper fractions. An improper fraction can be written as combination of a whole and a part, and such fraction called mixed fractions. Each proper or improper fraction has many equivalent fractions. To find an equivalent fraction of a given fraction, we may multiply or divide with both the numerator and the denominator of a given fraction by the same number. A fraction is said to be in the simplest or lowest form if its numerator and the denominator have no common factor except 1. I hope student you understand all the points which we are discussed in today's session. Take care, study well, and thank you.